Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bold and Beautiful today. According to Thursday, January 8 spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp will confess to Deke Sharp while Steffy Forrester Finnegan will alert Taylor Hayes of Sheila Sharp's threat. Steffy simply stormed into Taylor's office and confronted her mother about what she had heard outside the door. Steffy is prepared to put an end to it since she senses that Taylor and Deacon are becoming too close. Steffy will explain that Taylor's feelings for her patient are unacceptable and encourage her not to jeopardize her job. More significantly, if Taylor pushes Deacon too far and Sheila Sharp finds out, she might be in grave danger. Because of this, Steffy will raise the alarm and caution Taylor to put an end to this before inciting Sheila's fury. Deacon will then return to Illinois Giardino and confide in Deke on Thursday's B&B episode. Deacon appears to be open about his relationship with Taylor and the peculiar spark he's discovered with her. Deacon may acknowledge that, despite his efforts to mend his marriage to Sheila, he has become fond of Taylor while in treatment. Deacon can't help but be pulled to Taylor and all of her positive traits, even though he knows it's improper given their doctor-patient relationship. On the other hand, Deacon may choose to hint at the existence of another person rather than reveal specifics about the person he has fallen in love with. In any case, Sheila will end up listening in on this conversation, and she won't be happy about what she hears. Daphne Rose will attempt to persuade Carter Walton in the Forrester showroom that returning to Paris will benefit them both, but he won't agree. Carter will drop on his knees and resist Daphne's attempts to shove him away as she makes her way to the door. Carter will put a lot of effort into proving Daphne is the one by declaring his love and making a marriage proposal. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter will inform Daphne on how deeply he feels, and they plan to announce their engagement soon. Deacon asked Taylor how she felt about him after Daphne declared she was returning to Paris. After Sheila calls in a panic to discuss her marriage, Lee gets to Illinois Giardini. Sheila says that Deke and Taylor have been saying things that make her nervous. They don't appear to be pleased that she is back with Deacon. Sheila worries about Lee. Lee tells her that Taylor has encouraged her marriage and believes she's being very negative. She begs her to concentrate on Deacon's kids. Sheila is constantly concerned about strengthening her marriage. Deke is undermining her, in her opinion. She says that Taylor has been her friend, grinning to herself. Lee reassures her that she and Taylor are among those who are supporting her. Lee pays attention to Sheila's concerns. Sheila is certain that she is correct. Her unanticipated champion has been Taylor. She believes she will never be able to pay her back. She wants to concentrate on her spouse because he has taught her the meaning of true love. His desire for her and their union is sufficient. Sheila is concerned about Deke. When Steffy tells Carter that Daphne is leaving him for Paris at Forrester, Carter is taken aback. Steffy is certain that Daphne would ultimately inform him. Carter hears Daphne walking away. Carter finds this puzzling. He is urged by Ridge to stop Daphne. Talk to Daphne, Steffy Ridge. Ridge begs Steffy to reason with her buddy after Carter leaves. Steffy remarks, she does what she does. They go on about how they don't know what will occur. I have no idea, Steffy Ridge. Daphne tells Hope at the showroom that she's going home. Hope finds this abrupt, but Daphne assures her that it's time and she can work from any location. Hope answers Daphne's call. Hope is more concerned about Carter than she is about her job. Given that Hope was engaged to the man, Daphne finds this awkward. Hope is taken aback by the news. Hope seems to be fleeing from something positive and is still worried about him. She is aware of Daphne's concern for him. Daphne narrows her eyes. Daphne narrows her eyes at Hope. Hope dashes inside the office and inquires as to whether they are aware of Daphne's departure. They are aware. Ridge is aware. In the showroom, Carter discovers Daphne hanging up the phone. She believes he is aware of her departure and regrets not telling him herself. Carter discovers Daphne's phone. He has no idea why she is going. They have a genuine opportunity. He begs her to stay. She nods her head. Carter wants Daphne to be happy. Daphne clarifies that she lives in Paris. If she stayed, he believes they might have a wonderful life together. Deacon ought to have informed Carter. Deacon takes Taylor's hand in her office and inquires about her feelings for him. She removes her hand and massages her trousers. Holding hands, Deacon Taylor. He compliments her on his ability to listen well and assures her that he genuinely cares about her. He tells her how much she offers her patience, and she believes his transferring on her. But at night, who is there for Taylor Hayes, the woman? He believes that she must find love. Deacon inquires as to Taylor's support system. Taylor swallows. She tells him he's her patient, and he assumes she's uncomfortable. Deacon believes she should be revered. Being a red-blooded man, he recognizes her extraordinary qualities. Taylor Deacon discusses emotions. He claims that Ridge has not shown her love and is a jerk. In his life, she is a ray of hope. Deacon tells Taylor that Steffy has changed him when she comes outdoors. Deacon Taylor is moving on. Taylor acknowledges that it is mutually beneficial, and his encouraging remarks have given her hope for a life outside of Ridge. Perhaps she was blind to the fact that he was always unreachable. Or a modern gentleman such as Deacon. She would be fortunate to have him, however. He is married. She claims their time is over as he gets closer. Even before it began, he claims. As he leaves, Steffy hides. Taylor's hair is touched by Deacon. Steffy walks in and demands to know what it was as Taylor doubles over, moaning. She can't be infatuated with Sheila's hubby. Lee brings Sheila back to reality as she spirals. Sheila is having a breakdown over her marriage to Deacon, so she requests that Lee meet with her. Lee, who has always been a good friend, reminds Sheila of everything they have done. Sheila was spiraling throughout her shift at Illinois Giardino. She texted Lee to arrange a meeting so they could talk about her marriage to Deacon, Sean Canan, who has been behaving aloof lately. Sheila senses that there is a problem between Deacon and Taylor. She doesn't want to think that she will finally see it with her own eyes. However, they have both recently caused her to feel uneasy about her marriage. What bothers her is what they're not saying. Sheila asserted that her marriage is the most significant thing in her life. After speaking with Deke, she feels as though she is being undermined. Because he is significant to Deacon as well, he is now significant to her. Sheila was reminded by Lee that Taylor had said the same thing. Sheila acknowledged that she has considered Taylor to be a friend. Lee informed her pal of what she had done with Deacon with Taylor's assistance. After their conversation, Sheila felt better. Lee reminded Sheila that some people are supporting her and that not everyone is out to get her. But Sheila worries that her worrisome ideas may be leading her down a bad path. Lost in thought, Taylor Hayes stands at the window and looks out at the ocean. The tempest building inside her is reflected in the waves' unrelenting crash against the rocks below. The sound of the door opening behind her is hardly audible. "Mom!" Steffy speaks in a tight, controlled voice that is quivering underneath. Taylor pivots. She can tell this isn't a casual visit just by looking at her daughter's face. "What's not right?" Taylor asks softly. Steffy lowers her voice and takes a step closer. "We must have a conversation. Concerning Sheila." Taylor lets out a slow breath. "Sheila is incarcerated. As I have already informed you, Steffy. She is no longer able to harm anyone." Steffy gives a headshake. "Everyone constantly believes that. She then disproves them." Act TWO. Steffy's inability to hold back. Steffy pulls out her phone and sets it down on the table. She states plainly, "I saw you with Deacon." Taylor tenses up. "Were you spying on me?" "No," Steffy yells. "I entered by mistake. And I was afraid of what I saw." Taylor averts her gaze. "Deacon has been helpful. Nothing more." Steffy approaches, her eyes blazing. "That's how it begins. Sheila gets her claws in that way. She won't put up with you being around him." Taylor's tone becomes softer. Deacon is no longer under her control. Steffy gives a bitter laugh. "Mom, Sheila doesn't require authority. She requires obsession." A deep hush descends. Then Steffy says what she had been dreading. She has already contacted Lee. The color fades from Taylor's face. "What?" Steffy goes on. "Sheila made a desperate call for help. That indicates that she is afraid. Sheila also exhibits erratic behavior when she is afraid." Taylor takes a deep breath. "You believe she would pursue me?" Steffy responds, "I know she would. Please, Mom, move away from Deacon. For your personal security." Taylor's eyes well up with tears of grief rather than fear. Act 3. Deacon's internal struggle. Deacon sharp, his mind racing, Scrapes the bar at Illinois Giardino long after it closes. Taylor's expression. Steffy was afraid. Sheila's anger. After pouring himself a drink, he stops and pushes it aside without drinking. He murmurs, "This is a mess." Silently, Deke walks in and observes him worriedly. "You're repeatedly cleaning the same area." Deacon lets out a sigh. "I was unaware." Deke examines him. "You have a heavy load on your shoulders." Deacon pauses, then gives a nod. "Yes, I am." Act 4. Deacon admits to Deke. Instead, Deacon pours coffee for them both. "No alcohol," he declares. "I need to think clearly." Deke can tell this is serious just by looking at that. Deacon blurts out, "Sheila attacked Taylor." Deke becomes frozen. "What?" "She pursued her. I intervened." "Took the hit," Deacon murmurs. "And things are only getting worse." Deke clenches his jaw. Why would Sheila go after Taylor? Deacon glances at his hands. "Because she is important to me." The admittance is still pending. "You have feelings for Taylor Hayes?" Deke asks cautiously. Deacon gives a headshake. "I have no idea what that is. I simply know that she inspires me to improve." Deke lets out a quick breath. "And Sheila?" Deacon claims, "Sheila can't handle losing. Not to someone like Taylor, in particular." Deke reclines and takes it all in. "You understand that everyone is in danger because of this." "I understand," Deacon growls. "And for that reason, I may have to leave." The fifth act. Taylor's safety versus her heart. After Steffy departs, Taylor sits by herself at the Cliff home. When her phone buzzes, it's a text from Deacon. "Are you alright?" Taylor shuts her eyes. She types, erases, and then types once more. "We must speak." She puts the phone down, her hand shaking. She keeps thinking about Steffy's warning. Sheila is not a graceful loser. Taylor is aware that Steffy is correct. And she is devastated by that realization. Act 6. Sheila's desperation increases. Sheila Carter paces like an animal in a dark holding cell. She is still troubled by Lee's rejection. Sheila murmurs, "They are turning him against me." They consistently do. Too calm, she stops pacing and sits. Sheila reaches under her mattress and retrieves a folded piece of paper. A list of names. Routines. Weaknesses. She uses her finger to tap one name. Hayes, Taylor. Sheila whispers, she believes she's safe. She never is. A dangerous promise. Deacon and Taylor ultimately confront each other in Illinois Giardino. Taylor murmurs, "I can't do this. Not if it endangers my family." With a flicker of agony on his face, Deacon nods. "I comprehend." They don't touch, but they stand near. Taylor murmurs, "You saved my life. I will always remember that." Deacon takes a deep breath. "And if something were to happen to you, I would never forgive myself." Reluctantly, they part ways. Both are aware that this is not really over. Steffy tightens the net in Act 8. Steffy meets with private security once more, strengthening Taylor's security. Steffy declares, "I don't care what it costs." There are no blind spots. No justifications. Finn looks at her anxiously. "You have no control over everything." Steffy looks him in the eye. "Observe my attempt." It buzzes on her phone. The number is unknown. Her blood freezes when she responds. A well-known voice murmurs, "You can't keep her safe forever." The call ends. Act 9. Deacon makes a decision. Deacon looks up at the stars as he stands by himself outside Illinois Giardino. Deke takes a step next to him. "You're not leaving, are you?" Deacon lets out a breath. "No. I'm refusing to back down." Deke gives a somber nod. "So you'd best be prepared. Because Sheila never gives up." Deacon's hands are clenched. "I don't either." Act 10 cliffhanger. In an attempt to stop her heart from pounding, Taylor closes her door. A shadow goes by her window. She becomes motionless. Unseen, a familiar figure with icy eyes and a menacing smirk keeps watch over the house. Sheila Carter has taken action.